All right, we're back again, trying to make regular videos. We'll see how that goes. So today we're going to work on a couple of different things. The S10 for sure. My buddy Mike came over. We got the engine sat down in it. I pieced together the Holley mid-mount accessory kit, much like what Ryan does in his videos over at Blazer Builds. So I'll link that in the description because he did a lot of legwork putting that Holley mid-mount kit together. I'll show you what that looks like right now. As you can see, everything is on there. I used a little bit different AC compressor than he did. Got everything going on there. So the 5.3 out of Bob is now in the S10, as you just saw, along with the 4L80 that we built for it several years ago, or 2 or 3 years ago, I think. We got that information also from Ryan on his 4L80E builds. But right now, I'm getting some parts cleaned up for the S10, the alternator, starter, the coils, all that kind of jazz. But check this out. I'm using the, what is it, Super Clean? The Castrol is Super Clean. Yeah, that stuff. Anyways. I don't know where I got Castrol from. Just Super Clean. Anyways, I use the foaming stuff, and man, I'm here to tell you that stuff rocks. Like, I'm just washing this with a regular water hose. Now check this out. I've already got some of this stuff on there. As you can see, it just melts the grease away, or the grime, or whatever you call it. And again, just regular water hose. The foaming stuff works good because it sticks to everything. Hose it down real good. Look at it. It's already melting the stuff off of it. Check this out. See the stuff rinsing away. I don't know if you can see it on the camera or not. There's a bunch of brown stuff floating down the driveway. Let's check out the new trailer for Bob too. Air ride stuff. Pretty slick. Now this would be about 10,000 times more effective if you were doing it with a power washer. All right, so number 2. I know this probably isn't going to show on the camera how good this stuff works, but I'm going to show you guys anyways. I got some aluminum brightener because, well, I want the S10 to be clean and, you know, look good and all that stuff. So the valve covers are kind of dingy, and I already tested it on the intake. If you guys watched that last video, you saw how oxidized everything was. Well, the valve covers are no exception. So I got this stuff right here. It doesn't come with a label on the squirt bottles, but the jug does. So look here. That stuff is fantastic. And again, I don't think you're going to be able to see how good it works on the camera, but you will see this stuff foaming up. And it knocks that oxidation off of there pretty quick. These valve covers are also still got a little grease on them. I may have to go back and degrease these things a little bit first. You can already see it's foaming up right there. So we'll let that sit a minute or so, and we'll come back and rinse that off. Man, it is way humid outside right now. I got the garage doors open. The morning started out really nice, like 70 degrees or something like that, but we are well on our way to 100 and something. But also check out these wrenches. This is like my favorite wrench that I've ever had, like as far as the style. The ratchet thing is pretty slick, and then of course the head turns like this. But I've had a bunch of them, you know, like Snap-on and Cornwell and all that stuff. But this one, the Milwaukee ones, are probably the coolest ones yet. So enough of the infomercial, let's check it out. All right, once it bottoms out, you just break it loose. You got to turn it the right way first. The end. All right, we got everything put on the truck like we wanted it. Alternator's on there. We got the power steering pulley installed. Engine is buttoned up. Bob's sitting outside. Still waiting for his engine to get done. Hopefully that's this coming week or next week, the holiday week, whatever that is. So, poor Bob. Anyways, time to start working on this thing again. And we got a lot done yesterday. Hopefully be firing this thing up really soon. Put the water tank inside. All kinds of doodads in there. No better time than the present to get started. So we gotta make a little bracket that mounts our air pressure regulator next to the water tank. This little dude right here. And this bracket, as you can see, doesn't protrude past the end of the tank. So we want to go over here. I'm going to show you where this thing goes real quick. So we're going to mount it next to the water tank, kind of like that. I think you can see what we're talking about. It's kind of dark. Anyways, goes next to the tank, uses that one bolt. So we need to extend that tab a little bit, and so I'll show you what we come up with. So this little guy right here is going to go something like that. So we want to drill a 5/16 hole through there. So we had to go find a drill that measures about 312. Give us a little room to go through there and get it mounted. All right, we're back out here again, and check this out. The valve covers actually turned out better than I thought they did. You can actually see it in the video. Not quite sure if I'm going to powder coat them or paint them, or maybe scrub them a little bit with Scotch-Brite and brighten them up or something. The aluminum cleaner works really good. I think it works better on things that are not cast. Yeah, so anyways, we're got the garage emptied out here. Bob outside, S10 outside. It's time to get started again. And the to-do list for the red car is much shorter than it has been in recent months. So let's get started on that thing, and hopefully we can start it up today or tomorrow, maybe even in this video. I'm not quite sure how far we're going to go with it, but let's try. All right, so this is the part of the project that's kind of boring, because unless I was filming like every minute of it, you probably wouldn't see much of any progress, if you will. I got the stuff in the trunk wired up, the battery, the cutoff switch, the air pump relay. It's probably dark, and I don't think you'll be able to see it back here, but let's look. You can see a little bit of it. So we got that stuff handled. There's not much left in the interior. Everything is pretty much permanently in its place. Those wires right there are the last ones to hook up. We added, let's see, a trans temp sensor to it, tied up some stuff underneath. And that's about it. So we will definitely be starting that car in the next video. We'll probably start it up on gas, and then it's eventually going to be on that Ignite Red or that E98 stuff. So anyways, kind of a low fun stuff count in this video, but you know, the next one's going to be better. We got, like I said, the startup coming up, and hopefully Bob's engine will be here this week. I thought it was going to be last week, but maybe this week. I'm not quite sure on that. Anyways, that's it. Thanks for stopping by and checking it out again, and we will see you in the next one.